2 boxes here. Those are done. Yes. But I do need to put those in something else. Because that one too. Because I can put my 1.5 inch strips, my 2 inch strips, my 3 inch strips, and the odd stuff, whatever needs to be. But I need to empty those out. And then we've got this over here. We've got one more basket that we need to put together. And this is the basket I'm talking about, the 1.5 inch strips, because these are the ones that I use on putting the others together and all, and it'll be a whole lot easier to put them together. Let's get rid of that, and we could put those other ones in it. Let's see what we can do here. And then that way it is empty. And that way we can go on with whatever else we need to. I kind of like that one. I may grab it next time I do a quilt. Now, where are we going to put it at? I've got the room up here. Alright, we'll set it right there for right now. But this right here is what we need to work on next, so that we can continue on.
Nazis had escaped to Antarctica, beat back American forces sent to capture them in Operation High Jump, which is Admiral Byrd and his expedition to Antarctica, for any of you that don't know, for our new listeners, and were in the process of running a shadow government, then it isn't too hard to imagine him being killed to silence him. There's Forrestal, and this is the message: there will be anyone that tries to come against these people in a serious way.
So get this, David. I just did a little quick research into the death of Forrestal. I want to make sure that the where his actual cause of death, right? So they say it's suicide, they say it's depression, all that good stuff, right? But here's where it comes down to. You're going to love this one, David. So we did the Back to the Future Decoded, the whole 88 miles per hour imagery. They go down the 88 mile narrative. I don't get into geometry. I don't get into it. I look at it just for research purposes. But David, everybody that's watching this program tonight.
Okay, so we're not going to worry about what side it goes on, or if we have the salvage edge on there, because when you sew it down on the batting, it's not going to matter, because you're not going to see it. It's only there to put the batting together, and it really don't matter if you see it or not. But I'm trying to keep it going straight, to keep up with what I'm doing, because if ever I do it again, I want to be able to keep up with what I'm doing. I don't like that. It's really too small. So we'll cut that off. And if you look at some of them, you could tell that they are not, like this one right here, it goes over, and this one right here goes over. But I wouldn't worry about it because you're not going to be able to see all that. Alright. Yeah, this is that pile. Okay. I gotta figure that one out. And make sure there ain't no end to it. Because I don't want to have to sew them again and again. But this is the best way to do this so we can keep it together. And I can go right to it. The colors really don't matter because you're not going to see them. Oh, Lord. I'm looking back at these materials and I'm thinking, hey, I made so-and-so out of this, or so I can't remember what I made out of that, but this is a good thing to look at. So, anyway, I'm going to get busy and get this done. Alright, I have a it looks like a 2-inch strip, but it is not a 2-inch strip. And I am going to go ahead and cut it down and put it in this line. I think I'm going to cut part of this off because it won't work. I know what I'll do. I'll just take that part, put it in that, and I'll keep that. Then that way I got something to go in my my other. Alright, what we got here? Like I said, it really don't matter. And just gives you something to sew it down to. Alright, I'm pretty well much tired of doing this. So figure what I do is iron them down, cut them down, put them in my rows. I've got plenty here and I don't do it that often. So I'll iron these down and put them into that. So now what I got to do, find the end. And I'm going to go ahead and do it long way like I did it before. So that, oh come on, I know the difference. I can keep up with it, baby. But I got plenty. I probably won't never use all this in a lifetime.
Mr. Forstall jumped from a 16th floor, and there you go. You have your 8 plus 8, so there's 16. And there, I thought it was 20, but it's the 16th floor. He jumped and he fell to his death, David. So what do you say about that?
Yeah, these things, you can believe, well, this is all just a coincidence. Well, no, it's not. It's not a coincidence. It's a message, and it's a message being sent from the elites. And when you look at the people that produce these movies, they're the elite of the elite. They really are. They're the insiders. This is not just predictive programming, but this is a threat. This is a prophecy of doom on anyone that would get too all about their little selves to stop these people. And why did they have to take James Forstall out? And this just goes down the rabbit hole a little deeper. I want to read from a book entitled The Red Fog Over America. And this is by William Guy Carr. And on page 204, Mr. Carr unpacks the relationship between Mr. Forstall and the financing of Adolf Hitler. Now, I'll read just a little bit. It says, in a new war, of course, Dillon Reed put up $25 million for the Evangernart Stahlwerke of the Ruhr financing Thyssen and Hitler. James Forstall was a partner of the firm at this time. $25 million went from the firm that Mr. Forstall was a partner on directly to Adolf Hitler. They had
I am really tired of doing this. I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 days now. And I think that I can just quit on it now and pick it up again later. But I'm really tired of doing it and trying to get it all done. I'm not going to be able to do it all, not in one sitting like this. So I am going to quit and we're going to work on the boxes in the kitchen. I still have several boxes and stuff to go through and but I'll go through them later. I'm tired. I want to work on that skirt, but I can't do that yet. I gotta finish this. Alright, let's see what we got here. I got a weed eater down here. These are curlers that you can bend. I think I'm gonna try to do something with my hair. I don't know. I'll probably end up forgetting I got them. That's what I bought them for. Never did get a chance to really do it. I put them in there and forgot it. I've got lots of thread here and some kind of lace. I'll have to go through that later and see what all it is. Alright, now I have these. I like these little containers. Oh, this has got floss in it. That's something I can use if I remember where it's at. And then we have this one, and it has a bean bag in it. Some twisty ties, I need those. And then chalk and crayons. It's not like I ain't crayon poor now, I'm telling you. Or chalk poor. This one right here, I hate it, but it's coming apart right there. This right here is the biggest one. Oh, there it goes. Tape. Man, and it most definitely stuck down there. Sequins. Tape. I have no idea. Got some little beads here and some more beads. Well, at least now I can put my tape down in here. Remember where that's at, Sandy? Oh yeah, you're right. Like really. Alright. I'm gonna put this over top of my sewing machine and see what I can do about these three. Well, I like this. I can put these right here and here, and that way I know where they're at all times. I throw them everywhere. I don't really have a home place for them, but I do have them everywhere. I just seen a couple over here because I put those boxes down here, and now I have a couple more that I can put down in here, and that way I've got a home for them. Now I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about putting all this right here somewhere. Well, I've been wondering what I done with these. Go right into the sewing machine and use them. I got 2 different colors there. I'm glad I found them. Well, I got a box so I can put in there and put some stuff in. I got a pillow here that I made a while back. I really don't need it. Okay, let's see. This I think is an engraver. Yeah. So I'll put that down in here. And these are some more quilt blocks that my mom made. So that's another quilt right here.
They had it set up. And it's hard to even catch them. They're so good at moving their money around and laundering it. But there was a bank in the Netherlands.
Now these are those liner things that goes into the kitchen cabinet. I gave my thing away that you can open the lids with. I gave it away. So I'm gonna have to make me another one. And this quilt here, let me lay it out here. It don't matter where I lay it, it will work. But, however, move out of the way. Every bit of it I sewed by hand. There you go. I sewed it by hand. I didn't care what color I used, but I sewed every bit of it by hand. And I did have some more material to go with it, but I've already done something else with it. Alright, here it is from this side of what it looks like. Now, this is way before I had a channel. I think it looks pretty good. I got different colors with it and all. I wish I could open it bigger, but whenever we go to do it, you'll see it a whole lot better. And all. But I'm ready to finish that one up, and I want this one not to go on a machine, because none of it's already on a machine. So we're not going to put it on a machine. Well, I got a pen here. Uh-oh. Somebody's calling. Alright. Oh no. Okay, there's my pin cushion. Yeah, I worked on this. Ow! Got another pin. What in the world?
Where Fritz Thyssen, the major financer of Adolf Hitler, he controlled what was called the Union banking system. And this was made up of Bernard Baruch and also of Brown brother Harriman, which we're going to tell you about in just a minute, because this is going to bring some other very important people into the picture here. Going on, it says the evidence is that Forrestal was not pure or suddenly discovered the sinister web of international intrigue. He could not possibly have functioned without knowing Baruch's secret operations. What seems to have happened was his failure of nerve. He began to become, the reason for his depression is that he realized that he was involved firsthand with the financing of Adolf Hitler through the very firm that he was a member of.
Alright, let's see what else we got here. Here's a Velcro belt. Velcro. That's a belt. Alright, what is this? Some kind of lace material. Guess what I'm gonna do with it? It can go bye-bye. Alright, here is material that's for upholstery, I think. No, that's a curtain. Guess what? It can go back. Well, it's been used. Been ripped in half and all. I wonder what I could do with that. I'm about ready to throw it away. I mean, it's not like I ain't got material. I'm engulfed in it. And here's a sheet that it's been used right here. Kept this with it. Oh boy. Okay. We'll find something to use it for. And another sheet. Oh my goodness, I remember this. This is another quilt top that I made. I don't think I sewed it by hand. I think I used a machine for it. Yeah, I used a machine. But here's another one I did.
Pretty.
Yeah. Been a long time. I forgot about it. Forgot about that one too. So I'm glad I'm going through my junk so I can get some things together and get some things done. Yeah, that would work real well. Alright. And here's some more of that material. That's that sheet. Okay. I really need that. Some more material or what? Huh? Oh, it's a pillow sham. Pretty pillow sham. If I ever like the good color of it, no, make something else out of it. A rug. Really, I need that. It's Velcro. Okay, we can put those in there. Boy, what do we have here? Pink. A bed thing to put on the bed. That's what this is. It's got pink in it. And yeah, tablecloth. Like really, we need a tablecloth. Don't cut the tablecloth. A bag, some screen, thread, and a little purse that I made. Really? Okay. I don't even remember that. But anyway, and then we have this material that is, okay, I have no idea what I done with that. Alright, I'll see what I can do about all this right here and put it up somewhere. Don't know where. Well, I've got plenty of thread there. And over here, I got one peg right here. And the rest of those are full of spools. Oh, I got another, well, no, it's got a fan hanging to it. And then I've got this right here. It's full, completely full of thread. And this bed is full of nothing but material. And then here's that box. Alrighty, it ain't gone yet, but it will be. I'm pretty sure it will be. Alright, I think I'm going to end this video on this mess and the rest of the box mess. As I go through the boxes, I'm going to put my strips in one of these baskets, which would be 2 inches, 2.5 inches, 3 inches, and over. Now, all this right here is stuff that I leave, my scraps that I put over here. That's what these are. And what I do is I take the basket into the living room, and I leave it underneath where I sit at. So that way, see, I got me a scrap bucket here. This is material that needs to come back in here. Like here is my rug material. And let's see what I can do here. So I have to go through it and put it back where it needs to go. Now, I made this right here so I could be able to use it for my cutting out my stuff. I wish it was better, but it ain't. Alright, and then I keep a basket with, unless they're here, ain't it? Where's my basket at? Is that it? Yeah, this is it right here. Alright, I don't need to take that back in there. I need to find a place for it. I have a regular rotary cutter. I have a smaller rotary cutter, because this right here is better on little things. Pair of scissors, just in case I need them, which I have needed them. And I cut them out, and I just put them in a basket, which would be this basket here. Alright. Let's put this down. Oh, I gotta try to scoop things around. Alright, now, each one of these is what I use. This is my biggest one, and it won't go in here, so I have to fight with it. And then I've got this one, and this one, and where is, there it is. And then I got this one, okay, and then I've got this one, and this one. Alright, and then I've got 3 of these, but I can only find the 2. And if I ever find the other one, I'll put it with it, because it's a bigger one. But, alright, and then I have these periwinkles, and I got 2 of them in here. There's like 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them, and I can't find the littlest one. But I'm not going to worry about it, because I don't really want to do it that much. And then the most popular one is this one. And I keep them all in here so I can keep up with them. And it works perfect. And stick it all down in here. Put that down in here. And that way I can sit in there and I can cut material. And that's how we got so much of it, is where I've been sitting and cutting and all that stuff. But it does work, and that's what's in that box that I either got for sale or for sale. Either way it goes. Had for sale, whatever. I don't know if it's going to be gone by the time I show you this or not. But as I go along, that's what I do, is I cut them down and I put them in those other containers and separate them so they're all together. Alrighty. We'll see what we can get into next.